Hello all. Today let's discuss about deferred expense in Odoo 14 accounting. So deferred expense is known as advance expense or prepaid expense. That is, if we have already paid for unconsumed products or services yet to receive. So such costs are current assets or for the company. So since it already paid for products or services still to receive or that are yet to be used. So company cannot report them on the current profit and loss statement or income statement, since the payments will be effectively expensed in future. So it will be expense for the company periodically. Periodically, the expense will be recognized. Some amount will be recognized. So these future expenses must be deferred on the company's balance sheet until the moment in time they can be recognized at once or over a defined period on the profit and loss statement. So if we consider an example, if a company paid 12,000 for 1 year of insurance, that is, we already paid the cost but haven't used the service yet. So you have to post this new expense in a prepayment account, that is our deferred expense account, and decide to recognize in monthly basis. So in this case, each month some amount will be recognized as expense of a company. That is for next 12 months, $1,000 will be recognized as expense. So Odoo accounting handles deferred expense and prepayments by spreading them in multiple entries that are automatically created in draft mode and will be posted periodically. So let's have a look at this in detail by going to our Odoo database. So when you open our accounting module, here under accounting, you can find deferred expenses. So if you have created deferred expenses, you can see all the created deferred expenses and you can create new by clicking this create button. So here we can add the details and create deferred expenses. And it is also possible to create deferred expense models to create these entries faster. So for that, under configuration, you can find deferred expense model under your management. So it will become much easier when you create deferred expense model and then create entries. So here you can see I have already created an insurance 5 years, and now let's create a new deferred expense model. So here I'm creating. Okay, so here we can see the depreciation method, that is number of recognition, and the recognition is yearly based, that is it is done yearly or monthly. So here I am adding one, sorry, 12 month. Okay, so monthly recognition need to be done, and here you can see a field to indicate whether it is pro rata temporis. So this feature is used to recognize your expense the most accurately possible. That is, first entry in the expense board is computed based on the time left between the pro rata date and the first recognition date, rather than the default amount of time between recognitions. So indicates the first depreciation entry for this asset have to be done from the asset date, that is purchase date, instead of the 1st January or start of the fiscal year. So when you enable this, then the purchase date starting from the purchase date will be taken. So I'm not enabling that. Then here you can see accounting section. So here we can add our deferred expense account. So I have already created a prepaid insurance account to manage the deferred expense. So when you go to the external link, you can see the details here. That is the type as current asset. So if you're creating deferred expense account, you can add the type as current asset or prepayments. So I have set current asset. Then, okay, initially you can set it as automate deferred expense. If you want to create and validate, that is entries, then you can select third option. And we can also create in draft. So if you choose this third option, then the deferred expense model become mandatory. Then here we can add our expense account, that is account used to recognize our expense. Okay, so I'm adding purchase expense. And then here we can add our journal in which entries are posted. So here I'm adding miscellaneous operations. And then if you have enabled analytical account or analytical tag in your configuration settings, then you can attach analytical account, manage an analytical account for your deferred expense model. So I'm not adding any. Then here you can see a section that is existing depreciation schedule. So this is used when you are importing some data from another application, that is depreciation data. Then you can add the amount here. So here you can see field that is depreciation amount. In case of any import from another software, you might need to use this field to have the right depreciation table report. So it is not computed from this model. It is from a previous application, different application. So you can specify the amount here, and you can add the count number of existing depreciation from another software. Then you can add the first depreciation date. Uh, then okay, so these are details that need to be given in expense model, deferred expense model. Then after that, save this model. So we have created a deferred expense model, 1 year of insurance. Okay, then if you go to configuration chart of accounts, and here you can see all the active accounts. So just search for prepaid insurance. You can see here. Then just go to setup, and here you can see before we have given set automate deferred expense as no. So if you want to create and validate the entries, then choose the third option. And here you can see deferred expense model become mandatory. So from here, I have to change the model to 1 year of insurance. Okay, now it is changed, then save this. So after setting chart of accounts and model, it is possible to create deferred expense directly from here. That is when you click create, and here we can select related purchases if we have created them. Like, and it is possible to, like, I'll show you one thing. That is, it is possible to, after selecting accounts, yeah, if you save it with a deferred expense, and here when you click edit, you can see two models are shown. That is insurance 5 years and 1 year of insurance. So you can select one model and you can create entries in fast phase. Okay, so I'm not adding that. Now I'm going to create a new bill, vendor bill. So here I can add the vendor. Then details like GST treatment. Then here I have an option to add the invoice line. So I'm going to create an bill for product, service product. So I have to create a new service product, that is insurance 1 year. So I'm going to click search more and create new product, insurance 1 year. Then here I have to set product type as service. Then under accounting, you can set an expense account for your service product. So here I'm going to set the expense account as our deferred expense account, that is prepaid insurance. So after setting that, And if you want to set the sales price, that is public price here, you can set that. Okay, now I'm going to save this, and here I can change the price. So I'm going to set the price as 12,000. Then if you want to set analytical account or analytical tag, you can set from here. So one quantity, then you can see the subtotal is 12,000. If you don't want to place tags, then just close this. Okay, so after this, you can confirm the bill. So when you confirm the bill, you can see here deferred expense is created for this product. And if the company have made the payment, okay, company made the payment too. Then let's come back to just open this deferred expense. You can see the expense insurance 1 year is created, and you can see the first depreciation date, then book value, then depreciable value of this expense, and you can see the status is running. And you can also find this deferred expense created here. When you open deferred expense, you can see insurance 1 year is created. So just open that, and here when you edit, you can see the asset values here. Original value of this of the asset of the expense, you can see it is 12,000. You can see the acquisition date here, then current values, that is residual amount to recognize, then deferred expense amount total can be seen here. Then you can see depreciation method is number of recognition 12 months, and you can see the first recognition date. And as we haven't enabled pro rata temporis, you can see the recognition date here. It is different. Then here under account, you can see all the accounts, and we haven't set any existing depreciation schedule, so we cannot find any amount there. Then it is also possible to set this expense to draft, so that you can make changes to accounting like depreciation methods and all, and you can change the model. Then you can also modify this expense by specifying the reason for modification, and you can change the number of depreciation, depreciable amount, and non-depreciable amount. So here we haven't set any non-depreciable amount. If it is set, then that amount will be reduced from this depreciable amount. Okay. Now here you can see our expense board. So you can see the expense date, that is recognition date. You can see the dates here, and you can see at each entry and the total amount that is expensed. So you can see each month 1,000 is expensed from our company, and you can see the cumulative expense and next period expense here. So the journal entries are created in draft mode, and it is possible to delete one. Then you can see the related expenses here, and you can add more related expenses if you want. Okay, then here you can see the number of posted entries, it is 0. And if you open, you can see all the entries. As you can see, the entries are in draft state, and it is possible to click one, choose one, and in under action you can find option to post entry. Then you can post journal entry from here at the recognition date. So when you open one, you can see this move is configured to be posted automatically at the accounting date, and you can see the date here. And you can see the journal items here, that is prepaid insurance, you can see 1,000 credit, and purchase expense, you can see 1,000 debit. So this is our expense account, and this is our deferred expense account. And here you can see EDA documents and other information. Under other information, it is possible to edit this. Like when you edit, and you can post this manually. So when you disable this option, then you are able to post this entry manually, but you can only post at the accounting date. Okay, so I'm not changing that. Then okay, so you can see the expense also. When you click, you can see that expense created, expense item. then you can also save the model. And if you want to duplicate or delete or archive the expense, you can do that also. Okay, so here you can see our two deferred expenses. Now, when you come under reporting, we can see the current asset, that is the prepayment, is reported in our balance sheet. So here when you unfold this current asset, we can see here our prepaid insurance account, and when you go to journal items, you can see the entries, journal items here, 12,000. You can see the total amount in currency, and you can also see the amount 5,000 for the a different prepayment done by a company. So if you pose the entries, then it will be affected in our profit and loss report, that is profit and loss statement. So that's all about managing deferred expense in Odoo 14 accounting. And we have done a separate video for deferred revenue in Odoo 14. So you can also check that video if you want to know about that. If you are interested in knowing more about this or looking for any Odoo implementation or customization in your business, drop your request to odoo@cybrosys.com.